Hi! Let me introduce myself. My name is Amanda Pontes and I'm here to talk about art. But let's begin from the beginning. Why am I here to talk about art? Am I an artist? No, I am not. But so why can I and why should I and why do I want to talk about art? Well, I have a master's and a PhD in social sciences with a focus in anthropology, and art and aesthetics have always been my main focus of study and research. I have wrote both my master's dissertation and my PhD thesis on art and aesthetics. Apart from that, I also have a postgraduate in art and philosophy. I have taken many courses on art history and art theory, and I have published many papers and articles on scientific magazines on this matter. But I know that you're not interested in my academic credentials and my CV, right? And I am not interested in boring you with this matter. What I want to do is to talk about art. But then again, why am I here? Why have I created this channel? And why is this perhaps snobbish PhD girl talking about that? Well, first of all, I'm not interested in being snobbish at all. And yes, having a PhD degree is not required to talk about art. And this is what I want to talk to you guys about. And this is why I have created this channel, artforall.tips, because I want us all to together exchange and share tips regarding art and how to enjoy it and appreciate it. I understand, and I have noticed that throughout my many years of study, that sometimes art may look and sound to people as something difficult, as something complicated, elitist, snobbish, and out of reach for most people. And what I want to show you and what I want to discuss with you is that it doesn't have to be like that. It is pretty much similar to all other sorts of knowledge and entertainment. Don't you like movies, for example? I bet you do. Don't you enjoy watching series? I'm pretty sure you do as well. Don't you like music? I can guarantee you do. It doesn't matter which genre of music, but I guarantee that you enjoy music, that you like it, and that it is part of your life, as well as literature. You probably enjoy reading, don't you? It doesn't matter whether you're reading Russian novels or whether you're reading Harry Potter. I know that there are books that you love so much that they have become part of your life, haven't they? Well, it is the same with art. Just like you don't need to be a songwriter, a composer, or a singer to appreciate and enjoy music or even to love it deeply, and you don't need to be a filmmaker to enjoy movies, you also don't need to be an artist or a scholar or a wealthy art collector for you to enjoy and appreciate art. And it can be just as fun, pleasurable, and entertaining as all the other sources of entertainment that we have nowadays. Going to a museum or to an art gallery can be just as entertaining as Netflix. Doubt it? I guarantee you. Well, other than that, there are also many benefits that art can bring into our daily life. One of the ones that people discuss the most nowadays, currently, with our fast-paced, information-packed society, is the fact that art can help you exhale and get your body and mind into a slower state of mind. It can make you deaccelerate. It can bring your mind into a slow-paced state of being, like meditating or having a yoga session. There are many scientific researches that have done recently and that prove the psychological, neurological, and biological benefits of exposing yourself to art. It can be just as beneficial as exercising, exposing yourself to nature, swimming in the ocean, or taking a walk in the park. Another benefit is that you will learn that you are not as lonely or lost as perhaps you think you are. By exposing yourself to art, you will see that there are things that you have been feeling, that you have thought, that you have experienced, that have been felt, lived, and experienced before. It doesn't matter when and it doesn't matter where. You will see that there are parts of the human experience that are universal. It doesn't matter where or when people have been living or experiencing these things, that there are things that are part of us, have always been, and will always be. And by that, we can tell that we are part of something much bigger than ourselves. And underneath the differences, whether those differences are cultural, spatial, differences of time, whether they are, it doesn't matter. What we can tell is that there are, underneath the differences, there are similarities that bring us all together, and that perhaps there are more similarities than differences uniting us together as part of mankind. When you look at a work of art that has been done centuries and centuries ago, or that has been produced even nowadays, but at a place so far away from wherever it is that you are right now, maybe done at a place you will never go to, or you've never will be, or has never been to, it doesn't matter. What does matter is that you can see, that you can relate to it. You can see yourself in that. You understand something about it. It speaks to you. So when you look at a work of art that perhaps has been done centuries ago, or maybe it has been done nowadays, but it has been made someplace else, maybe very far away from where you are right now, maybe it has been done in a place you've never been to, maybe you never will be at such a place, but it doesn't matter. When it talks to you, when you respond to that, you have a feeling of that there is something mutual between you and that work of art, between you and that artist, that there is something that brings you together. And because of that, we can see that there are many things that bring us all together as part of mankind, as part of the human experience. And we see that the human experience is more global, universal, and there are some things that are everlasting about the human experience, and that we're just a small, a tiny little part of it. Through that, we also learn about empathy. Again, when we expose ourselves to works that have been done by people we never met, never will, that maybe lived centuries ago in places that we've never been, or maybe even if we have been, but places that are not our home, by people who belong to cultures entirely different from our own, but we see ourselves in their work and we recognize something common among us and the work, or among us and those who have produced the works. We are learning how to look at the world through another person's eyes. We are seeing what we have in common with others. We are feeling similarity. We are seeing what we have in common with others. And this is also empathy. You see that the others are just like you. You see that the others that may seem strange, different, or perhaps so that perhaps you will think that their experience is so different from yours. And then through art, we can learn that it isn't like that. We learn how to see the world by other people's experiences, other people's perspectives, and other people's eyes. One more thing that art can be beneficial to you is by getting to know yourself. When you expose yourself to many different works of art, and you notice that you like some but you don't like others, that you respond to some but you don't respond to others, that you enjoy some but you don't enjoy others, you can look inside yourself and you can tell, or maybe you can begin to discover things about yourself that maybe you hadn't noticed before. Why is it that you like some works of art but you don't like others? Why is it that some works speak to you and others don't? And the answers will only be found inside yourself. You have to think it over, and you have to look inside yourself to find the answers. And this is also a very good path for self-knowledge, for self-discovery and self-understanding. And self-knowledge is a big tool for life, isn't it? Getting to know ourselves is a lifelong path, a lifelong journey that never ends, but it is always good to be on the right way, isn't it? Also, art can also be a gate for you to discover many other subjects of interest. Through art, you can get interested in comics, in books, in fashion, in design, in architecture, in movies, in photography, in video games, and many other sources and tools of enjoyment, of pleasure, of entertainment. And by exposing yourself to art and allowing yourself to just enjoy it, to just appreciate it, you may end up having lots of fun. I can guarantee you. Just like you enjoy going to the movies, or you enjoy going to a football game, or you enjoy just opening a book before going to sleep at the end of your day, or just as you enjoy binge watching your favorite series. It can be just as fun, just as entertaining, just as relaxing, and I guarantee you, you don't need to have any previous knowledge. It doesn't have to be something that scares you or that makes you uncomfortable. It can just bring you lots of enjoyment, self-knowledge, relaxation, and above all, fun. I hope you enjoyed this journey with me. See you in the next video. Bye!